No, she's a really powerful woman. Ariana. She's a very, very powerful woman.
Hello and welcome to our channel, you all. We all know that it's official that Ariana Grande is now a married woman. Yes, she is our favorite, and after seeing her Instagram photos, we just fell in love with her all over again. Her marriage was the talk of the town, and in this video, we are going to discuss how Pete Davidson reacted to Ariana Grande's marriage. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 4. Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez relationship. The 27-year-old thank you next sensation tied the knot with her boyfriend, who is a real estate agent, Dalton Gomez. They both dated each other for a little over a year. The insider commented that Dalton Gomez is a perfect partner for Ariana Grande because Dalton Gomez is totally unfazed by the scope of the popularity of fan favorite Ariana Grande. The couple tied the knot on May 15th in a very tiny, intimate and close group ceremony. An insider reported to the People's Magazine the ceremony was super intimate with only 20 people and the room was full of love and was happy. The families of both Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez and the couple themselves could not have been happier. The ceremony took place at Ariana Grande's home in California. Ariana posted gorgeous photos of her wedding with Dalton Gomez, in which both of them were looking fabulous on her Instagram, and the singer captioned the photos with her wedding date. Ariana Grande kept her very low-key and private since she started dating Dalton Gomez in the early days of 2020. It is obvious and quite understandable by the fact that Ariana Grande did not want another social and media circuit after what had happened with her and comedian Pete Davidson's relationship and the backlash they used to get. An insider source told People's Magazine in early March 2020 that Ariana Grande does not really want other public relations, and so she is trying to keep this one very quiet and low-key. Since she got engaged and broke up with Pete Davidson, her relationship with Dalton Gomez is her first public romance. Number 3. Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson's relationship. During the course of Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson's relationship was not the favorite among the fans. The fans of Ariana Grande used to put Pete Davidson through hell while he was dating her. They simply did not ship the couple. Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson were formerly engaged but broke off their engagement because of the reaction of the fans, as speculated. But Ariana Grande always said that Pete Davidson was the one, and they got several tattoos in honor of each other. Ariana Grande even went on to dedicate a song titled Pete Davidson to him. The fans were in total shock when Ariana Grande called off her engagement with Pete Davidson. Number 2. What really happened between Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande? Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson first met when she was a musical guest on SNL in the year 2014. At the time, they both were dating different people respectively. Ariana Grande was dating late rapper Mac Miller, and Pete Davidson was dating Larry David's daughter, Cassie David. Ariana Grande revealed on the Jimmy Fallon show that she had the greatest crush on Pete Davidson for years, and the day that she first met him on SNL, she told her manager that Pete Davidson was the one and that she is going to marry him. After the revelation of Ariana Grande having a crush on Pete Davidson and plans of marrying him later, her fans to speculate that she was actually cheating on Mac Miller, but after some time, it was clear that it wasn't really true. The fans also saw and observed Pete Davidson also move on pretty fast from her girlfriend Cassie David. They saw him gushing over Cassie David one day and buying an engagement ring for Ariana Grande the other day. Ariana Grande and Mac Miller split in the year 2018, almost immediately after and during the weekend of her surprise appearance at Coachella. An insider source close to Ariana Grande reported that Mac Miller and Ariana Grande broke up during Coachella weekend, but the relationship was long gone as Ariana Grande was just holding Mac Miller together for a very long time and that the relationship isn't good for her. During that time, Pete Davidson during one of his shows announced that he was going to marry his girlfriend, and that left the fans confused about which girlfriend was he really talking about. Pete Davidson was dating Cassie David during that time, and the timeline didn't really add up. It was announced by Cassie David that Pete Davidson dumped her over a text message and told her that he is the happiest he has ever been with Ariana Grande and managed to cover up his tattoos of Cassie David. A few days later, Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande's relationship rumors surfaced. Days after Ariana Grande's breakup with Mac Miller, she was seen hanging out with Pete Davidson, and both of them were seen sporting their matching cloud tattoos. On May 21, 2018, a source reported and confirmed that Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande were dating casually. Well, it seems Ariana Grande's definition of casual was a different one because after 1 month of dating Pete Davidson, she was seen wearing a diamond engagement ring. Wow, such a roller coaster ride. During her whole relationship with Pete Davidson, she also had to deal a lot with criticism, and the critics kept blaming her for ruining Mac Miller's life. After Mac Miller crashed his vehicle and was arrested on hit-and-run charges, Ariana Grande finally broke her silence when she slammed her critics and said that the relationship between Mac Miller and her was very toxic. The fans even accused her of taking advantage of Pete Davidson and that he suffers from borderline personality disorder. The series of backlash continued for her even after her breakup with Pete Davidson, but the fans quickly jumped to Ariana Grande's rescue and said that Pete Davidson was a toxic one in their relationship, as he often used to joke about her birth control pills and TikTok. Pete Davidson also used to objectify Ariana Grande, as stated by the fans. Some fans also said that Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson were moving too fast to a whole new level as they got matching tattoos, moved in together, got engaged, and often joked about having kids, and that too during the initial stage of their relationship. Ariana Grande also used to refer to Pete Davidson as her soulmate. The relationship between Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande went downhill after Mac Miller's death from a drug dose. Ariana Grande was finding it hard to deal with grief and her new relationship. Pete Davidson was reported saying that it was pretty much over between him and Ariana Grande after Mac Miller died. On October 14, 2018, it was reported that in People's Magazine that Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson have broken off their engagement and quoted saying that it was way too soon, as they both have realized this fact. The insider source also stated that Ariana Grande has taken a much-needed time off to heal properly from her grieving over Mac Miller's death and her recent breakup with Pete Davidson. Number 1. Pete Davidson's reaction to Ariana Grande's marriage. Now the segment we all have been waiting for. The question which all the fans and media have been speculating over is, how did Pete Davidson get over him breaking up with Ariana Grande after coming so close to becoming her husband? How is he dealing with Ariana Grande's marriage with Dalton Gomez? Let's find out. After Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande's breakup, the fans of Ariana Grande went on to mercilessly blame Pete Davidson and started criticizing him. The backlash was so much and went to a whole new level that Ariana Grande had to intervene in between and ask her fans to leave Pete Davidson alone. Well, the internet can be very cruel. In the year 2018, after Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande's breakup, he shared a heartfelt message on Instagram where he showed his vulnerable side, stating that the internet trolls and the backlash that he got after his breakup with Ariana Grande. He was pushed to a point that he wanted to kill himself, and that too after he had spoken openly about his bipolar disorder and suicidal traits. He stated that he has kept his mouth shut for the longest time. He never shared any names and never said a word about anything or anyone. He revealed that he was getting bullied online and in public for 9 months, and this pushed him way hard to do imaginable things. He said he has always been open about his disorders in the hopes that it might spread awareness among the masses and save kids like himself who do not want to be on this earth. This message was shared by Pete Davidson after Ariana released "Thank You Next," and it can be seen in the video that Pete Davidson's face was scribbled all over. It was reported that Pete Davidson's mom, who works as a school nurse, was also taunted by the public saying "Thank you next." After this incident, Ariana Grande asked her fans to be gentler to others and that she cares deeply for Pete Davidson and his health, as she is all about positivity and forgiveness. It was reported that Pete Davidson has finally moved on after 2 years of his split with Ariana Grande, and that he is happy for her on the occasion of her marriage. Although we have seen Pete Davidson being all cool with Ariana Grande's marriage, it is expected that he will not make any public statements about Ariana Grande, at least not anytime soon, as revealed by an insider source that Pete Davidson thinks it is not his place to make a public gesture, but he is happy if Ariana Grande is happy and wants the best for her without any ill will. So that's it for today, you guys. If you liked this video, please like and share it with all your friends and family. Subscribe to our channel to show your love and support, and do not forget to hit the bell notifications to never miss an update from our side, and we will see you in the next video. Till then, stay tuned.